Welcome back to the PAC Sports Network at the half. And today we're joined by Ethan Stewart-Smith, W&J head coach. Coach Ethan, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Randy. I appreciate it.
Now, W&J off to a terrific start, the best in the program since 1993. That was a campaign for the Presidents that ended in a PAC title. How much fun thus far has the first half of the season been for W&J?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, we're thankful to be able to just play at this point, right? We've already exceeded the amount of games we played the entire season last year. So, I mean, guys were anxious to get back on the court, and obviously we're off to a great start. So we're excited to hopefully keep working and just remain consistent and hopefully keep doing things that haven't been done since the mid '90s.
A fast start in more ways than one. You installed a more up-tempo style of offense that has resulted in a lot of points and a lot of victories. How quickly did your team adapt and buy into that?
Yeah, way quicker than we had expected. And again, that's where, I'm so thankful to have the assistants that I do. Evan Benor, our assistant, this was really something that he took the reins on. That's been his background as an assistant dating back to East Stroudsburg. So he's done an incredible job of implementing it, teaching it. And I think the guys really enjoy it. Again, I think it really fits our personnel. We've seen a lot of growth, and now it's going to come down to, how we can continue to grow and learn how teams are going to attack our pressure and how we can continue to adjust and adapt. So I've been really pleased with, just our overall buy-in and how guys have really embraced it and feel like it's been a really good fit for us. So we're excited to, again, keep playing fast and, hopefully see some success.
Now, W&J has played most of the early part of this season without big men Kiki Agbale and Alexander Skowron. How has the team been able to press on without them?
Yeah, that's kind of been the story this year. It's been next man up. So we've been really thankful that a lot of guys have stepped up and done a really good job of maybe doing some things that we didn't anticipate them having to do early part of the season. Whenever our post players went down, Nick Gearhart, for example, Isaiah Langston, those guys have done a really good job of stepping in and guarding some bigger bodies, Kyron as well. So it's really been by committee. It's impossible to replace the size and experience of, two seniors that have played such a critical role for us. But I've been really pleased with, the way these young guys have stepped up and done things that the team has needed. And now we're just kind of hoping and waiting for some more size to get back in the lineup.
Now, W&J, a young team overall, but junior guard Kyron Mitchell is certainly the team leader, among the best in the PAC in a number of categories. How much has Mitchell grown as a player and a leader over the last 3 years?
Oh, it's been incredible. Again, just to see his overall transformation has been really impressive. I mean, I've been doing this almost 15 years now, and I don't think I've ever seen somebody grow as much as Kyron has over the course of their first 3 years. He's been super committed to it. He loves basketball. He loves improvement. He's just the ultimate winner. Again, talk about a guy that's willing to do anything for this team. That's been the story of his career. So it's been really nice and really rewarding to kind of see him take the reins from a leadership standpoint. Our team's been better for it. So again, it's been really exciting, and again, looking forward to seeing him continue to grow second half of the year.
Great sophomore class. Your sophomore class features guys that were really some of the top scorers in the tri-state area. And we're seeing some of that explosiveness now with guys like J.R. Mazza, who's one of the best three-point shooters in the PAC. Looking at Mazza first, as we try to fit all these guys into our time frame here, but looking at Mazza first, what kind of threat is he from the perimeter and really well beyond the perimeter?
Yeah, it really, as soon as he crosses that volleyball line, that's within his range. So that's been fun part about this group as well. I think we just have a lot of pieces that really complement each other, and Jr. on the floor gives a little bit more room for some of our drivers to make one-on-one plays, and I think that's what's been really fun is seeing how defenses kind of have to make a choice. Are they going to guard the interior and maybe let Jr. Get open on the perimeter, or are they going to hug the perimeter and hug Jr. and then you're going to allow some pretty dynamic scores to play one-on-one in the interior. So it's been fun to see that kind of balance. And again, that's where, it's been nice to see him, all his hard work paying off after having a disappointing year last year from a pure percentage standpoint. His confidence is through the roof, and we rely on him to come in and make shots and stretch the floor for us.
And a lot of those sophomores as freshmen, tough to see playing time because you had a very experienced group, but now they have that opportunity. And along with J.R. Mazza, Caden DeVito, and Isaiah Langston, they were teammates at Cornell High School, had a lot of success there, both over 1,000 points, and DeVito almost 2,000 points during his time there. How well do those two work in tandem for the Presidents, and how great is it to have them both on the floor at the same time at times?
No, it's been incredible. And outside of just from a pure statistical standpoint, like all they've ever done in their careers is win, you know. So I think there was a lot that translated from their experience at Cornell with being a part of a program that was doing a lot of things for the first times. They brought that mentality to here to W&J, where we've got a lot of hopes for our program to do similar things, you know, and accomplish things that haven't been done in a really long time. So I mean, their chemistry's through the roof, though. It's really funny to watch in practice and in game situations. They've been playing together their whole life. So another tandem that really complements each other and knows how to play off of one another is a lot of fun to be around.
Nick Gearhart and Michael Bigley, two more outstanding scorers in their high school days, and they can both shoot from distance and also get to the basket. What can you say about those guys?
Yeah, just the overall toughness and resiliency. Again, it's been really fun to see those guys take advantage of opportunity. You know, like you alluded to, we had a pretty veteran group last year, and I think we draw a lot of similarities between our current sophomore group and a handful of those seniors that just graduated last year who, you know, didn't really get a ton of opportunity as freshmen, and really were a little bit upset about that. And instead of kind of moaning and being a little bit upset, it turned into work. You know, so those guys spent a lot of time in the gym in the off season and were ready for opportunity this year, and that's why they're prepared for kind of this moment, and why they're having a lot of success. So it's been really fun to see those guys grow up. We anticipated them having a really big role this year. So again, it's been really rewarding to see all that work pay off with the production that they're having right now.
Each season, W&J has been able to increase either the amount of total wins or win percentage, really since your tenure, since you've taken over as head coach the last 6 seasons. One of the bugaboos, however, has been in the PAC tournament being eliminated in the quarterfinal round. How does W&J get over the hump in the PAC tournament, make it to the championship, and win the championship this year in 2022?
Yeah, it's just being a little bit more focused on what we need to do to get to that point instead of trying to skip steps. I think, you know, last year and these last couple of years, we had a little bit too much tunnel vision on just the result and not what it takes to get the result. So we're just really trying to kind of step back and really take it day by day, and realize we're not winning the, you know, first round playoff game today. We're really just right now focused on our next game, and just trying to clean up a lot of those little details and get some of those mistakes out of the way before we get to the playoffs to put us in a position to make a run. But we're confident, like every team here, the top half of our league, whoever's going to be able to dictate the terms of the game is probably, you know, going to have a pretty good chance at winning this. And that goes back every year from, you know, Chatham to Grove City to anybody that's had success in the Pac. You got to do a really good job of making sure you're controlling the style of play. And we feel like this year, especially with kind of our pressure systems and ability to play up and down, hopefully we're going to be able to impose that on teams come playoff time, and feel like if we're able to do that, we're going to be able to maybe go one at a time, hopefully starting with that first round, getting that monkey off our back and winning a playoff game.
That's W&J head coach Ethan Stewart-Smith. Coach, as always, thanks for your time, and good luck to you and the team the rest of the way.
Thanks so much, Randy. I appreciate it.
We'll have more coming up in a moment on the PAC Sports Network.